Hey y'all, it's Crystal. Thanks for coming by today. So we're just gonna kind of do some quick, quick and rough kind of February plans for my reading, and do book club stuff, events, yada yadas, the same kind of stuff. I don't have quite everything situated quite yet, but the gist is there. You know what I mean? So let's go over book club stuff first. Of course, I co-host Death by TBR with my friend Kelly from Kelly Hooked on Books. And our pick for February is Into the Forest and All the Way Through by Cynthia Pelayo. This is a collection of non-fiction poetry. And you can get it on Kindle Unlimited if you have that service. And I'm really looking forward to this. I think it's going to be great. So our Discord is always linked below. So come and join us. Again, we are very just casual, read along, read as you go kind of group. And just chat in the Discord about it. So I hope that you will join us for that. Something a little different, right? Book club stuff. Some of the stuff I am carrying over because some stuff is like bi-monthly or there's like quarterly book clubs. So if I didn't get to it, I'm just writing on my list for February. That includes things like Jurassic Park for Spinebreakers book club, Haunted of Alejandra for Spicy Cats, Earthlings for Kelly's like kind of group read-alongs, like quarterly group reads that she does. That might be it. Also, but the Fright Club, which is run by Cliff Stark. Oh my God, words! I'm sorry, it's Monday and I'm just like frazzled. The Fright Club, which is hosted by Cliff Dark Gems and Secrets Reads. Their pick for February is The Haunting of Velquoit by Gwendolyn Keist. And I own this, so I might as well try to get to it. And it's actually not crazy long. And I've heard pretty good things about it, so I really hope to get to this one. Ghost stories, small towns, 3 trapped young women. I mean, it sounds great. Yeah, so there's that one. Also, Mary Andrea over at Books and Bocadillos has started a book club this year, focusing reading sort of like Latin authors. And she has a whole year of books picked out for us, which I believe they're all Latina authors. And so I'm going to try to pop in at least for February because I own this book, Olga Dies Dreaming, and I've had this one on my shelf for a little while, so I definitely want to try to get to this one. And so I will link her channel below, and I'll try to link her video where she talks about the book club too, and she's got a Discord and all that fun stuff too. And so yeah, if you are looking to sort of broaden your horizons, she's got some great books picked out for the year for some Latina authors, so definitely check it out. Yes, I love this cover. I always loved that cover. Okay, is that it for book club stuff? It's what I've got on my radar. I always fit in what I can for book club stuff. Okay, we got a few events going on in February that I'm going to try to dip into, and that is Folklore February, which is hosted by Kat's Novel Adventures. I think this is her 3rd year hosting it. Super exciting. And it is of course, an event that talks about folklore and fairy tales and folk tales and tall tales and all of that kind of good stuff. And I'll link her channel below, of course, and I'll try to remember to link her announcement video. What was I saying? Oh, she has some prompts and things like that, but I just basically have been kind of putting aside some things, throughout the year. Well, as I've been kind of going through my books and stuff, and I had a little pile over here. I was like, oh, this sounds like it would work for Folklore February kind of thing. Yeah, so this one that I just got recently from my pal Mike. Thanks, Mike. This is a short novel in verse by Jane Yolen. It's called Finding Baba Yaga. I love the story of Baba Yaga and the lore of Baba Yaga. And I mean, again, a story in verse sounds wonderful. It sounds very fairy tale. And so I am super excited to get to this. It sounds perfect for Folklore February. I also put aside this book, Norma. I've had this for a while now, several years. Norma by Sophie Oksanen. I believe this is a translated word, but let me double check, because it may not be. Okay, yeah, translated from the Finnish by Owen F. Weitzman. And what it gave me, I guess, folklore, kind of vibes. And it says, we're following a girl named Norma who's left alone with a secret that she has trying to hide. She has supernatural hair, sensitive to the slightest changes in her mood and the moods of those around her, moving of its own accord, corkscrewing when danger is near, and hair that alerts her while she talks with a strange man at her mother's funeral, that her mother may not have taken her own life. So yeah, it sounds kind of interesting about this sort of magical hair. I don't know. It gave me, fairy tale vibes. So I'm going to be going with that. And these are all just possibilities, of course. Who knows what I'll actually do. I like to continue this short story collection. I started this maybe last Folklore February, I think. These are all dark retellings of, fairy tales and things like that. So I'm just going to continue reading some of those stories this year. And then I also pulled this one out, Sister Song by Lucy Holland. You see there's this harp here. So what was it about this that gave me folklore? Let's see. All right. In the ancient kingdom of Dumnonia, there's an old magic to be found in the whisper of the wind, the roots of the trees, and the curl of the grass. King Cater knew this once, but now the land has turned from him, calling instead to his 3 children. Riva can cure others, but can't seem to heal her own deep scars. Cain battles to be accepted for who he really is, the king's son, and Sin, I'm not sure I pronounced that, dreams of seeing the world, of fighting adventures. All 3 fear a life of confinement within the walls of the hold. They're people's last bastion of strength against the invading Saxons. However, change comes on the day ash falls from the sky. It brings with it Mirden, meddler and magician, and Tristan, a warrior whose secrets will tear him apart. I'll go from there, I'll go into it, but this definitely feels fantasy fairy tale like, and I don't know, it sounds pretty great actually. So I've got that one. So these are the books that I kind of set aside for Folklore February that are tickling my fancy, you know what I mean? And then the event of February Rewind, hosted by It Came From the Page. And he's got prompts for us to kind of help us get through books that either we'll keep putting off, or maybe we like soft DNF'd them at some point, or things like that, to kind of help us get through our kind of TBR. So something like this would work for that, because one of the prompts is to finish a short story collection that you never started, that you never finished. So something like that I've already got going on, right? There's like, read, a book that you DNF'd for whatever reason, but want to finish. I really want to try to finish Requiem for a Dream, because I started that book like 2 years ago. I still haven't finished it. And I really like to try to clear up some of my Goodreads, like my currently reading, because I have like 20,000 things on there. Why am I anyway? So that event sounds really fun. Again, I'll link his channel below, and if I remember, I'll link his announcement video as well. And yes, there is also Filmtastic February, hosted by Obscure Book Adventures, Roy Reads Anything, and Back Away from the Donkey, where it's basically just to read anything related to film, either nonfiction or fiction. I would like to try to get to one thing at least. I don't know what yet. I haven't actually picked anything out for it yet, but I would like to get to something. And maybe this Aliens book that I'm not sure I'm going to get to for Catuary. There we go. It's a tie-in. So I could finally read this, and it would fit for February Reorg, because I'm pretty sure I've had this on multiple TBRs. I've never read it yet. Okay. So maybe I'll do that one. Yes. There's also Garbaugust 3.5. The Wasted Weekend is back. Of course, Garbaugust is created by Ollie over at Criminali, and we're getting trashy for a trashy weekend here in February. It's the February of the 15th and 16th. Again, I didn't actually take time to pick something out, but I got boxes and floor piles of trash. I'm going to find something good for sure. Something good and fun to read for that. So, is that it? I feel like I'm missing something, but this is the gist of my plans. It's always, like I said, where the month takes me kind of thing, and we'll see where it goes. I think I'm looking forward to everything. So, let me know what you're going to get into for February, and yeah, thanks for watching. I'm going to leave it here. I hope you're well. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.